Okay, I got all my goodies loaded up. And I think I'm going to break this CB install into small steps. The very first thing I'm going to do is mount the antenna, and I'm going to mount it back here, but I got to build a bigger bracket for the antenna mount to bolt to. It's going to be in a spring, and I will hit, limbs and stuff with it, and I want it to be real solid. So that'll be the first thing I do. And I got my helper, and we're fixing to go get started. Okay, in an effort to keep this as few parts as necessary and as low profile as possible, because the fewer parts, the less stuff you have to break. So I've separated the coax lug from the mirror mount, and that hole there is 1/2 inch. So here's what I'm going to do. This is a really solid bracket. So I'm going to mount the antenna stud right here. I'm going to cut just a little slot up here so that antenna can bounce around. I think it'll be okay, because there's nothing on that roof. There's no pressure. It doesn't flex. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut a slot in there in the plastic for the antenna, and then I'm going to drill a hole here for the stud. And let me get that done. Okay. Now I've got the coax run around. I just got it loosely held up there so I can make sure that I have enough to come over here. I think I'm going to mount the CB right in here, and then mount the external speaker right here, sort of aimed at me. I don't think I'll be able to. This is kind of loud, this machine. Plus, it has no windshield, so you've got the wind going by your big floppy elephant ears, like me. So you won't be able to hear this probably going down the road, but that's okay. I didn't get this so I could get bear reports and ask if the scale was open. So let me get my CB out and hold it up here and just see where I'm going to have to drill some holes and see what I need to use for screws. I'll be right back. Well, there we go. And I've got this mounted a little further away because I hate having stuff hang in my face. I don't even like stuff hanging off a mirror when I'm in the pickup. I hate stuff in my vision, no matter where it is, no matter how small it is. Okay, I am going to cut this right about here, and I'm going to add some quick connects to it, and I'm going to put the fuse. Now I'm going to run this wire here, across here, down here, underneath the seat to the battery. I'm going right to the battery, and I'm putting the fuse on that end of it close to the battery. And I'll have some quick disconnects here so I can unscrew this, slide this out, and disconnect the power and take this in. I don't know. I keep this underneath the carport. I used to keep it in here, but I park my truck in here now. And I don't know. I may leave this out. I don't think it's in danger. If it doesn't get wet, I don't think moisture will bother it. Moisture in the air. Anyway, that's my plan. I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna put some quick connects on it, and I'm gonna add wire. And on the other end, I'll have this connected to the battery. So I'll tell you what, we'll be transmitting here in probably half an hour. I'm in luck. I have 2 quick disconnects. That's what they look like. I had to use my teeth to pull them apart. And I have 2. So let me get the radio in here and some wire in here, and I'll get these crimped up on the bench here. All right, there we go. Now, I'm gonna hook this up. I'm gonna run these wires through all those loops that I have holding the coax up. I'm gonna run these wires down to the battery, and then I'm gonna adjust the zip ties that I've got. I'm gonna get them all cleaned up and this wire secured, and then I'll hook this to the battery, and we will get a radio check. Okay, I am over a mile from the house. How am I coming in? Hello.
Very loud and very clear.
Very loud and very clear. Thank you very much. I'm coming back home.
And 4.
I didn't hear anybody else talking. Who was talking?
Somebody named Boogerman.
Boogerman was talking on channel 1?
No, he was talking to Boogerman.
Oh.
I don't know.
Where do you want to go?
Did you hear me say, what's your 20 driver?
I did not.
Okay.
I couldn't hear anything while I'm driving.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Okay.
Well, that's why you didn't hear them other drivers talking. Other drivers like
Did they talk to you?
No.
No?
I don't know
You're
if
a
they
girl.
could hear me.
You're just a girl. Where do you want to go?
Down there.
Down there?
Slowly.
Oh.
This bump will kill my back. Oh.
You want to go to your shop or?
I do. I want to go to my shop. I'm in the middle of making
Kate, thank you for your help. I am going to put my external speaker up here because my wife talked on it to somebody when I was moving and I couldn't hear her. So I think the external speaker will make it a little louder. Oh, there's another option. It's not an option. There's another cool thing it does. It charges your phone. There's a USB port. Charges your phone. I'll leave a link to everything I bought. And I would buy this again. As a matter of fact, here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about buying another one of these for my front porch and giving the radio I have now to Pat. We'll see. I'll think about this because I like this little radio. And let me get that speaker on there. And this is the end of it. Let me show you. That's what I'm gonna do. Is the speaker's got, you know, yards of wire. I'm gonna snip the wire and just make it long enough to plug into the back of this and mount it right here. And we are done. So this is what it looks like. Goes down underneath the seat. Everything's all wired and fused, and you know, I did a good job wiring. I'm no expert electrical guy, but I know how to do neat wiring jobs, so I did. Okay, that's the end of this video. The only change is I'm going to add that speaker right here. All right, there we go. I didn't cut any wire. It's just too easy to wrap it around here. And, you know, I may want to move it. I may want to move it like, here, okay, here, I'm going to show you right above my head. There's another bar, so I could mount this there and put it even closer to my ears because I am a little hard of hearing. Actually, I'm very hard of hearing. People get tired of me saying what. So sometimes I just pretend I hear people, and because they get tired of repeating themselves and I get tired of saying what. And someday I'll get a hearing aid. Okay. And now the masks, people wearing masks, it's just, I just give up trying to hear people sometimes with the masks on. All right, I'm happy with that. I really like that little radio. It's it gets out easily a mile. One of these days, I may venture out a little further. We have a hardware store here, and I go to that hardware store occasionally, and I'll see if my wife can hear me from there. That's a good 1.5 miles from me. I don't like to take this out on the road too much because I'm probably going to get nabbed by the popo one of these days. Okay, that's the end of this project.